We got to talk about what's going on with Wendy Williams. The judge in the Wendy Williams case has lost her mind. And I think it's safe to say that she is in on this grift with Sabrina Morrison, whatever her name is. You guys, this is a grade A emergency. If you guys don't know, Wendy was already independently evaluated. Adult Protective Services have gotten involved. They are saying that she is lucid. She is cognizant. There's no reason the guardian should be treating her this bad. Well, guess what? Emails between the judge and Wendy's lawyers have leaked. And you guys, when I say I was sickened, when I say I was disgusted, when I say this is an all cause of action to free Wendy, it needs to happen now. Do you know that the judge told the lawyer she was pissed off with Wendy's behavior? Yeah, that behavior where she was fighting for her life when she was being held unfairly. The judge is sickened by that behavior. And guess what? The judge says that she's moving Wendy to a new facility with even more restrictions. You guys, we have to put this in context. Sabrina Peterson has already been accused of hiding Wendy from her friends and family. Wendy's not allowed to have a cell phone with it because they were afraid. They were afraid of the news getting out. And now they have the judge on email saying this mess. You guys, listen, I am telling her, she threatened to send her to a more strict facility if she doesn't stop talking to the media. It is her God-given right to talk to the media. On top of that, I am telling y'all, let's get into this article. The judge, that lawyer, everyone involved is scared. Their whole corrupt scheme is going to fall out around. And you know what? They should be scared because it 100% is. Y'all, let's get into this. This is disgusting. Thank God Charlemagne blew the whistle. Thank God Tasha K and the Winos got that legal fund. Thank God TMZ is now going to town to expose this. And thank God Gina, who is an advocate, is actually getting involved and doing God's work. Listen to this. Wendy Williams' guardianship judge pissed off she's talking to media, threatened even more restrictions. This is illegal what this judge is doing. The judge in Wendy Williams' guardianship case is fed up with Wendy's behavior and wants her moved to another facility with even tighter restrictions. TMZ was privy to an email Judge Lisa Sokoloff fired off to Wendy's lawyer, and the judge is having trouble hiding her contempt for Wendy Williams. The judge references a prior hearing in which she ordered Wendy be moved to a new facility. Apparently, Wendy's lawyer fired back, saying it would be wrong to move her to an even more restricted facility than where she is right now, a residential facility called Contempt. The judge wrote in the email, "I've always contended that Wendy will be given the independence she can handle. I question how well she has handled the independence she has been given." Multiple sources with direct knowledge told TMZ the judge is pissed off that Wendy has been speaking to the media and grousing about the guardianship and the facility she's in, which she calls a luxury prison. There's more. A source says the judge has repeatedly warned Wendy not to speak to the media, although the judge never explained why Wendy could not speak to the media. In another very recent email, the judge showed her hand pretty clearly, telling Wendy's lawyer, "Tell your client that if she wants a jury, she should refrain from trying to poison the jury pool." Y'all, we have to pause. This is not the judge's foray, and it's not her right. If the judge wants a jury, the judge does not have the right to tell Wendy whether she can have a jury or not. That is a constitutional God-given right. And I know everything seems to be going up in smoke, but baby, the Constitution means something, and these God-given rights mean something. A judge cannot tell somebody whether or not they can have a jury. And then the threaten, you're telling a media personality who you are hiding that she can't air her grievances, that she can't get an independent medical thing. I'm telling you, they're scared this whole con is going to go up. And the judge has been caught being a bully. In other words, right? The judge is upset that Wendy's telling the media she's not mentally incompetent and should not be locked up in the guardianship. The judge clearly has problems with Wendy speaking out. And although Wendy says she feels like a prisoner in Contempt, despite the guardian's lawyer saying she's free to come and go, Wendy says she can't even leave the 5th floor member unit without an attendant letting her go down the elevator. Y'all, hold on. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. They said although Wendy feels like a prisoner in Coterie, whatever, despite the Guardian's lawyer saying she's free to come and go, Wendy says she cannot leave the fifth floor memory unit without an attendant letting her go down the elevator. And as a result, she is rarely able to get fresh air. Okay, this is such an abuse of power. A current staffer at the facility confirmed this to TMZ. Wendy also cannot receive phone calls. She has no internet and says she's almost never allowed visitors. Yo, the judge is in on this. This is literally a prison break, and someone needs to save Wendy. Again, don't forget, even TMZ is reporting that Wendy actually aced the competency exam. So they can't even say that she is, I don't want to be disparaging and say cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but that's what they were trying to make it seem like she was. And now it is 100% proven that it's not. Again, they said she aced the competency test Monday at Lenox Hill Hospital, where she's staying while doctors perform other tests. The judge wrote, the hospital wants to discharge her. Miss Morrissey, the Guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, has facilities who, despite her behavior, are willing to assess her. She needs to go back to Coterie until a new facility can be found. Why must everything go through this funnel that they want? Imagine somebody begging to stay in the hospital, paying for their own hospital bills, and you're saying no. Despite her behavior, she's found people that will treat her. Despite her behavior, nobody is asking for your intervention. I'm telling you, this judge, they're all part of the same bracket, I think. People close to Wendy tell TMZ Wendy is bracing for having even more freedom taken away, adding, this is pure retaliation for Wendy speaking up for herself to get out of an abusive guardianship. You guys, this is a clear abuse of power. You have no right threatening anyone, especially somebody mentally ill, telling them they have to stop speaking to the press, telling them that if they do speak to the press, they're not getting a jury trial, telling them that you will put them in even more restrictive. Why can't Wendy speak freely? Why can't she make her own decisions? Why is this turning into such an issue? At this point, the state of New York and the bar examination and whoever reviews judges, they need to get this judge removed off the case. They need to look at how many times this judge has given Sabrina Morrissey complete control over somebody's life and bank account. Let me get this straight. No words for Sabrina sending her down to Florida after she had to beg to see her dad with not even a penny to her name. And you're supposed to be the guardian. No word on the fact that she doesn't have internet, can't talk to anybody, is isolated from her friends and family. No word on the fact that Sabrina has ran through her money. No word on the fact that Sabrina is using Wendy's money to fight Sabrina's own private lawsuits. No word on any of that. But the one thing, no word on even like, why Wendy can't get an independent doctor. Are you saying that these doctors, what's going on? Is the doctor you're using somehow more special than another doctor? If something is the truth, if she is in a cognitive decline, if it is something, it's like if you have a broken leg, right? No matter what doctor I go to, they're going to look at the x-ray and be like, she got a broken leg. If somebody is that mentally disabled, no matter what doctor you go to, they're all going to come to about the same result. Why do you need to be a certain doctor? Again, the fact that the judge is publicly threatening Wendy Williams to shut up or she'll be sentenced to an even more restrictive jail, the fact that somebody can't even say what's good for her, the fact that she's being punished for exercising her freedom of speech, y'all, listen, shout out to Charlemagne, Gina, shout out to the Winos, shout out to TMZ for actually using their power for good. Baby, listen, this fight is just gearing up, but this judge, I'm willing to bet, is part of the bracket. This is clear abuse of power, and it disgusts me. But if you look at my earlier lives from like 2 years ago, we already clocked the judge's tea and talked about it in real legal analysis. If you're interested in seeing that, please go look at my Wendy Williams playlist. But y'all, this is getting to be a lot. Thank God Wendy has a competent lawyer and an astute advocate, Miss Gina, at her side fighting through this. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.